So thank you all for the invitation. I would like to thank everyone who participated in organizing this great event, Iman, Rami, and the other members as well. Great pleasure to be with you all. Okay, great. So thank you all for attending this session. So today, today's session, I will be talking about crypto and blockchain technologies in charity and philanthropy. Now, we would like to see the role these technologies play in supporting the welfare of people and the social causes and charity work. So we will emphasize on a case study and see this in practice, how the crypto helped India relieve the COVID disaster situation there. At the beginning, a very quick brief about myself. My name is Haiyan Alsaiyed. I work with an international company called DXC Technology. I lead the innovation practice, focusing on delivering consulting and solution implementation services around emerging technologies, specifically in the financial services industry. So I have experience dealing with crypto assets, central bank digital currencies, payments, and AI and stuff like that. Also, I'm the author of a leading white paper on how to design crypto assets, and also the author of the first crowdfunding and crowdsourcing book in Arabic, which you can access them from the links provided in the presentation. The agenda today, we will start talking briefly about the crowdfunding types, and we will see then the new types emerging using crypto assets. And we will discuss the difference between these models and the types emerging from this new emerging crypto asset industry. And once we have some clarity about that, then we'll talk about the COVID crypto relief campaign, the largest donation campaign using crypto asset in the world so far. It's a quite interesting case study to shed the light on, and digging deep into the lessons learned and how we can apply that into our region in the future. During the deep dive into this, we will talk about the challenges they have faced and how they addressed each and every challenge they faced in running this campaign, and then moving the money from the crypto into fiat, into at the end the beneficiaries and the NGOs running the crypto relief activities. And at the end, we will talk about the lessons learned and how we can benefit and apply that into our region. So traditionally, crowdfunding as an industry is known to facilitate 4 types of crowdfunding mechanisms. The reward-based, where people can use it to buy items at a discounted price, and very well-known platforms like Kickstarter, quite common for that. The other one is equity-based, where people can go to specific platforms and collectively invest into companies and putting their equity. And the third one is doing lending through crowdfunding platforms, where people can get loans backed by specific collaterals or their profiles and reputation. And the fourth and the final type is the donation. These common 4 types are known in the industry. However, in the last few years, starting from 2014-15 onward, we started to see a new type of crowdfunding using crypto assets like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other crypto assets. And we started to see this new type of crowdfunding serving all the other 4 types of crowdfunding. So we can do crowdfunding using crypto assets like Bitcoin, Ethereum to help do donations or to fund projects are reward based or equity based or lending based. Now, this new emerging type is growing massively in the last few years. So, for example, according to the statistics, we know in 2019, only there are around 15 billion US dollar have been collected using these mechanisms. Now, and we started. They initially started by calling them ICO, initial coin offering, and then they started because it's very similar to what we call initial public offering, IPO, which is quite common in the capital market industry. And then we started to see other types that has more advantages and better benefits to the users, and we started to see IEO, STO. And IDO types of crowdfunding types. Now we'll talk about the differences between each one of them shortly. In addition, also to the traditional way of also doing donation and or lending through the centralized and decentralized exchange. If you look at these types, the ICO, the main difference or the key element to notice here is that the fundraiser is getting the money directly into his account. Now, this caused a lot of issues at when the ICO bubbles in the last few years happened, where a lot of scammers abused this technology to get funds in illegal way. Therefore, the industry developed its standard and started to see new things emerging, like doing initial exchange offering, IEO, and other where the regulators oversee the offering or the process. It's called STO, where we tokenize the traditional assets using securities. And the last emerging one is using the crowdfunding in a decentralized way, using crypto assets. It's called initial decentralized offering. These in addition to the traditional way of doing direct donation and lending via centralized and decentralized exchange. Now, the COVID crypto relief campaign started in less than 2 months ago. As you know, the situation in India was really very bad. The number of cases are growing massively there, and people there are suffering. So a group of people led by someone called Sandeep, who is a very reputable person in the crypto industry. He is the founder of Polygon Matic Network blockchain. It's one of the famous top 10 now crypto assets. So on Twitter, he started to do the campaign asking people to support. He said, as you see in his tweet on 24th of April, he said that let's do something. We cannot leave the situation like this. We are in the crypto industry, so let's do something. So he called he started a campaign on Twitter. And the community, the crypto community around the world, they were very engaged in this, and they started doing donation directly to this campaign. The campaign successfully managed to be the largest donation crypto asset campaign so far. So they collected till date around $500 million US in today's price, which was a few weeks ago double than this value, because the crypto pricing was much better in the few weeks ago. But as of today, it's $500 million have been collected in this. So how they managed, it's a very unique campaign, and we can learn a lot of it. It's very interesting the way they look at the challenges and how they address them. If you look at the challenges they faced, we start with the regulatory challenges, and then the transparency, audit, technical, operational, and fund usage challenges. And we will look at each one of these challenges and shed the light how uniquely they address these challenges and what we can learn from them. We'll start with the regulatory compliance challenges. India as a country is not friendly at all with crypto. So there is no easy way to convert the crypto received from the campaign and converting it into fiat to fund the NGOs. There is no regulation supporting that, and India unfortunately cracked down on crypto activities many times, and there is no way to do that. So they have a challenge. And also there is another challenge. Even if they converted crypto into fiat outside India, there is no easy way to fund the NGO directly from a fund coming from outside and sending it directly to NGOs. They have to be approved before doing that. So to address these challenges, they came up with an out-of-the-box solution, let's say, or a very interesting solution to that. So they said, okay, since there is no way to do an exchange inside India, let's do that outside. So they established a legal entity outside India, and this legal entity was established in a location that is to some extent crypto friendly, so they can then convert the received donations in crypto assets and then use also a foreign bank to receive the money, and then finally find a way to get it approved to send directly to the banks in India. So to address these challenges, they looked at geographically the different countries and how friendly they are in doing each one of these things. And they choose UAE to establish the legal entity, and they call it India COVID Support Limited Liability Company. So they established in UAE a legal entity where the country in overall is very crypto friendly to some extent. And they have chosen a bank in US, specifically in Puerto Rico, where this place they can they are also, the banks there are very friendly with crypto, and they used also another exchange in Gibraltar to do the conversion. So in this way, using this change, they managed to overcome all these regulatory challenges and find a legal way that can facilitate the conversion from crypto into fiat. So as you see in this diagram, from the UAE legal entity, it can oversee and manage the bank account that is dealing with the foreign exchange where the crypto is converted. That's how they managed to address the legal challenges. Let's look at the other type of challenges they face, which is quite interesting. The money movement from crypto to NGOs, the cycle of moving the money from crypto to NGOs, they managed to deal with it and establish a transparency dashboard. Now, this transparency dashboard, they managed to publish the information in an automated way, capitalizing on the beauty of blockchain in being transparent and providing the full transaction history. So let's look at the dashboard itself online. So if you look at this transparency dashboard, you see that it has 3 tables. The first table is their current holding of crypto assets. So here you see Ethereum, this amount of money, BNB, this amount of money, Bitcoin, this amount of money, and so on. So, and this is built using Airtable. We'll talk about it shortly, how this can be technically very useful. And then the crypto that has been converted into fiat, they have a record that is published publicly here with all the supporting files. If you look at the supporting files here, you see a screenshot from the transactions where the conversion from crypto to fiat have been done. So this is a very transparent way of doing this with all the supporting documents. If you can click on the screenshot and you will see the result of the conversion, and even on the blockchain explorer itself. The third table, okay, then moving the money from banks to NGOs. And you will see here in this table, all the transactions that have been done converting, moving the money from banks to NGOs. So it's an amazing dashboard showing the full transparency of what they do publicly, directly to their community. And the beauty of this, the blockchain itself, you can go directly to the fund address on the blockchain itself, and you can see the amount of money they collected, and all these transactions publicly available in the blockchain explorer. Yeah. So it's really very amazing, and the amount of fund also have been managed to be collectively, the portfolio of crypto asset have been managed to be displayed and managed, all the holdings and all their assets using another dashboard based on a solution called Zapper. We'll look at this very shortly. So this is how they addressed the transparency challenges. Let's look at how they addressed the technical challenges. So holding such a big fund of crypto assets is really a challenge, and they need a secure way to keep these funds in a safe and secure way. And also they need to track the portfolio of the collected crypto assets. They need to look at them and how to understand further how this portfolio of fund collected, when the pricing changed day after day, they need to look at this main portfolio and make decisions when to buy, when to sell to get the best price, to get the best fiat amount out of this. And also how to share this information and the progress, and how to facilitate the communication. All these are technical challenges. We look at them. So what they did on the donation webpage, they published the addresses of all crypto assets that can be used to receive the money. And they use the following technical solutions to address these technical challenges. So they used a very advanced crypto wallet called Gnosis Safe. It's a very well-known crypto assets multi-sig wallet where the fund can be kept safe using more than one signature to release the fund. They use also a DeFi dashboard to track the portfolio assets called Zapper. And they used also Google Forms to collect the information and to move the information from one party to another. Also, they established a Discord instance. Discord, for the technical people, they know Discord is a let's say a website can be established to facilitate the communication among teams and people, so they can share information easily, similar to Telegram or other kind of communication platforms. And they used a solution called Airtable. Airtable is very well-known technology that facilitate no-code development, where you can easily build workflow and expose your data as tables over the internet, where the information can be shared easily. And they use also a solution called Linktree to facilitate the information sharing. This is a snapshot of their Discord channel, where you can see it's very rich in terms of content, where large number of people coordinate, volunteers, members, employees, NGOs, they all collaborate into this Discord session to get the information. Okay. The fund usage, of course, it has been used to buy all necessary stuff to help people suffering from COVID, to buy oxygen, food, vaccines, and all of that. So it has been wisely used, and all the information about this is published online, where people can access and see where the fund has been used at the end. It's worth to mention, this campaign have been supported by many key leaders in the crypto industry, specifically from Vitalik Buterin, the founder of Ethereum, where he transferred 500 ETH plus all his holding from Shiba coin, the amount of money he transferred worth at the moment of the transaction worth more than $1 billion US. And it also has been supported by Balaji, the former CTO of Coinbase, and the wide-known and the very famous angel investor and partner and previous partner in Andreessen Horowitz, the venture capitalist. So in the last few 2-3 minutes, I would like to summarize the key lessons learned. So as you see, blockchain, enabled, to be enabled the campaign to be very, very transparent, and the technology by far is the best tool to provide the transparency and audit compliance. People can go there and see the money where have been moved. Unlike the other traditional way of doing things where you don't know what's there in the bank account, you don't know the transaction, where it have been moved, all that is not publicly available, where here you can see that publicly available. So the crypto can make a huge impact, as we have seen on philanthropy and charity, and it's not only, unlike some criticism we hear from some people saying crypto can be used by bad people. No, people can, very good people using crypto to do really very good things. And the crypto community is full of people, very wealthy people and reputable people who are willing to donate and support social causes in general, so we can benefit from that. The last thing I want to shed the light on is that as a result of this success of this campaign, the Central Bank of India started to change their mind, and they started to move from full ban of crypto assets to move into something called, let's classify these assets. So they started an initiative to classify all these crypto assets and to look at them and to see what can be used and allowed and what can be banned. Thank you all. That's what that our session time allowed. If there is any question, please feel free to ask.
Thank you so much, Mr. Haiyan. Really informative information. Appreciate it.
Thank you all. If there is any specific question in Arabic or English, we are more than happy to answer.
We still have some time for questions. Please, if you have anything, you need more information, we are here.
I assume, Rami, this presentation has been recorded, right? And it will be published later for people.
Yes, correct.
Great.
Yeah, we will publish it at the end of the week in the Woover platform, in the YouTube, and even social media. We will share it, and we will do a very good marketing for it better.
Great.
We have a wide interactions.
Very good. Thank you all. So I don't want to use the time of the next session. I finished my session on time, very on time. I hope with the 1 minute left, people can wrap up and get their way if they need to join the other session. Otherwise, thank you all for inviting me to talk about this interesting topic. And thank you all for organizing all these activities. And we look forward to seeing many other similar initiatives in the future.
Inshallah. Thank you so much, Mr. Haiyan. Inshallah, we are looking forward to have you more and more engaged, inshallah.
Thank you all.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.